They say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly, but you never know what's going to happen. Welcome between the hedges to Athens, Georgia and Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. As we'll see, the Groupers taking on the third-ranked team in the land, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So the Georgia Bulldogs offense will have the opening possession of the game. And David,
quality teammates around.
Yeah, you're right. I think the one thing we've seen with this guy is he's got to get into a rhythm in games early.
He's loose on the left. A big play. Gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44.
Hey, listen, explosive plays comes in all different shapes and sizes. That time, they attack the outside to the left on the ground, and that is a momentum-shifting play.
They know they have a huge advantage.
Defender, because these QBs and wide receivers are so good, but man, just a mishap, a little overthrow.
They'll get him stopped at the 34. He's got 10 yards on that one and a first down. Now, last year,
they do need more, but I tell you what, they didn't help him the whole spot around, right? The offensive line running.
There he goes. Touchdown, Dogs! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
And that's 3 touchdowns in 2 games. Just continuing to find the 8th season. He's put the college football world on notice.
Looking to throw. He's got it in the end zone for the 2-point conversion and an 8-0 lead. Bringing it out. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. The Groupers offense has its first opportunity of the day. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass in coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not a special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well.
In that first play of the drive, it's 2nd and 11. Right back to the well. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Awesome job blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Now the toss. And a big play there on the option. The pitch was out. Motion from the back. After run, now throw. Fires to the tight end. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this.
And the defense, Dave, got him at the 27.
And after that last sack, man, you could just see it. They are feeling themselves. After pitching a shutout last week, after dominating early in this game, it just seems like they're playing with a different aggression and a different level of intensity than what their opponent is. They have been so dominant.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to buy time. He's got an open man. Shoved out of bounds after a big gain. They'll mark it at the plus 42. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes.
And I know I trust you. I'm finding you.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. Back to pass on second down. Got his man downfield. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
They'll run it. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
Man, this offense has started the season off so good. 1-0 a week ago, right? Now building on it again. Great job putting points on the board. It's still the first half, but this unit looks dialed in.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they move on top by 15. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, back to your game in a moment, but
That play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The play action fake. Here's the heat. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. If there's ever been a position group that sort of identifies with the team's mascot, it would be the bulldog mentality of this Georgia front.
Those hunkering down dogs up front, they got to hunker down and stop the run and be physical and then go.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Give to the running back. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be 4th down. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Across the 25. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Georgia!
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That is his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And he tacks on the extra point. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. One snap, and you've got a touchdown on the board. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. He'll pull it on the read. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting to dig themselves out of this hole. But on 2nd in California, they dial up the running play, now setting up 3rd and short.
He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room. The first quarter with a bang, but the incomplete pass takes us to the 2nd quarter. We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. Big turn. Wide receiver going in motion. Dropping back, it's Stockton. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance.
Line up, you can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Back to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Bell. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough. Trying play action. Pressure coming. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. The holder will kneel down at the 29, making it a 39-yard attempt. Absolutely perfect. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence
here. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
It's still the first half, but there's been nothing going for him like you just saw in that last run. He's an outstanding talent. You may have to start thinking about...
Oh, he's got some space. Still on his feet. Finally forced out of bounds, maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
Yeah, no doubt. And I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down.
It was 5 offensive linemen.
Gets the back moving. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. On the run, it's Frazier. Got the 1st down and more. Gets him down at the 26. Big play there. Give him 15 yards on the game, and they move the sticks. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Running through contact. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and...
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Touchdown, Dogs! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And what a nice play call and nice execution. Play action, you're thinking run. Quarterback pulls it out, throws the football right behind those guys, and gets the touchdown.
Yeah, it was a nice job there by the quarterback, too, on the ball handling. He just froze the defense just long enough to help those wide receivers and targets. It was just an easy pitch and catch.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, Central Michigan. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Quick throw, but he's not going. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And the heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Man, this defense has been so impressive to watch. Look at them. Get to the quarterback, get the sack. They play so fast. It's like they have 12 men on the field. Another good performance going down right now. Coming off of last week, putting a goose egg on the board against their last opponent.
Pick up there. And the Dogs can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Stopped just inside the 25, will mark it at the 24. Pickup of 10 and a 1st down. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. And down. The give on the inside. How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line?
Love the push by the offensive line on that RPO.
Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football. Looks as if earlier this time a 38-yard try. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand.
But you got halftime to make some adjustments, come out with some energy, but a nice stop here.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Jeffrey. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes. Just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to.
Just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You have got to be so smart if you're going to be aggressive with your decision-making.
They'll run play action. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Athens. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Dooley Field inside Sanford Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime.
One play, and that has to happen here on this first drive for the offense.
Yeah, the first possession, because your possessions, you're only going to get so many possessions, and you got to score on every single one of them. Offense, defense, special teams have to play out of their mind, but they have to.
And the groupers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On the option. Nowhere to go. The ball's loose. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
And I tell you what, it's hard to be a quarterback in an option offense when you got so many things you have to be accountable for, and then you got to take care of the football, right? When you do make the decision to run, right or wrong, it's your decision. Now you got to wrap that thing up. You can't fumble the football.
Gives it on the option. Touchdown Bulldogs! Great job by the back on the option.
And another good touchdown drive by this offense. And how about the start to the season? Blowout win in game 1. Blowout win looking like in game 2. This unit's clicking. They're looking like a team that will be reckoned with when the playoffs start late in the year.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he puts through the extra point. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. This defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Jeffrey. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you need. They'll go back to work on offense. From the shotgun, the inside give. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with 2nd and short.
This guy, especially in the first half, they gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wondered maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Really nice penetration by this defense, getting in there immediately, causing the running back to have to go on a go, and this defense has started the game so good. Several drives, no points allowed, and setting the tone on this drive.
Bringing the heat. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And I wish I could bring you some hope, but, man, this defense, again, you know, they already got the lead. They got their ears pinned back. They're rushing the quarterback. I know this one's over, but offensively, let's find a way to protect our guy, put something together. Maybe we find a way to make this respectable at some point in the football.
On the play. Result of the play is a turnover on downs.
Wide receiver comes in motion. The give to the tailback. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Defense is there to greet him again, and they are ready, and he has...
Early in this one, and that's why right there. They're not able to get this guy going yet. That's got to change as this game goes on.
Unloads it left. And he made the grab with enough of the first down, but not enough. Wants to go up top. Snagged in the middle. It's Branch. Make the stop at the 40, but he's got 15 yards on that one and a first down.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter. Get out, and that's exactly what they're doing now.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. Just leaves him grabbing air as he gets down to the 30.
Back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Running back searching for a hole. Picks up the first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Caught, close to the marker, it's Branch. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia!
And the offense punches it in again, and we call his name again. That's 2 touchdowns now in 2 games with still more to be played. I'll tell you what, I think this guy's name will be called a lot more throughout the season. He's that kind of good.
That extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Anything else going on throughout the day, guys?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Handoff from the shotgun. He's stopped again, and he's had a busy night, if not necessarily a productive one so far.
This offense has got to get this thing going, man. No tackle for a loss. Offensive line has to block better. They got to create some holes. They've gone nowhere. Several drives, no points. They need something to go right for this offense.
Got room to work. Breaks into the open. That'll be a gain of 5 out to the 27.
I think the toss does a really good job of getting the football on the edge quickly. You know, you toss it out there to the running back, you better block the defensive end. That's priority number 1. Good job blocking the defensive end.
From the gun, wants to pass. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
This offense has had some struggles early in this game so far. And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter, they are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
The give on the option. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. Mails his receiver out of bounds.
I'm not seeing a lot of chemistry between the QB and his intended target on that play.
On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. All down, but he out. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the third quarter stats will show you. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come. We'll open up the final period. To the ground with the back. Got enough for the first down and wants more. And he's loose and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Dogs!
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
This crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field. Fielded in the end zone. It's Watts. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive.
That they could have used a lot earlier in this game, but because of miscues, they're down by a lot late, and I don't think they're going to have enough time to claw back into this one.
Yeah, and I'm fine with you running that play if you want to do that. My goal now is, with this lead,
There he goes.
and it's just a pick your poison thing. Huge run for this offense.
And the groupers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. On the ground, it's Craig. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to 3rd and short. Off play action. Fires to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle, it's Benson. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first.
Staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
And the groupers line it up with a 1st and goal. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. He wants it all. Touchdown, groupers. Fitted in the window for the score.
With that last touchdown now, they're trying to create some momentum. They're trying to avoid starting the season 0-1
for this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Oh, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage. I am not going to let them have that kind of drive.
The Bulldogs come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Caught over the middle, it's Branch. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just...
To the air on 1st down. Grabbed behind the line, it's Frazier. There he goes. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Kansas State looked like a serious force in what can only be described as a dominant win. This is a program that's won before, and they might just add some more hardware before this year is out. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs.
From the gun, the ground game. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Yeah, and this counting, I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They'll move the tight end. On the ground, it's Craig. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. A fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep plowing it on until they find an answer.
Back for a tackle for loss.
And this field goal team has been busy. This kicker comes out for the third time tonight. Right down the boulevard. It's good. Well, that's just piling on. Now, they'll try to put a drive together starting from their own 12. Leaves it with the back. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Really made this offense work so hard, earn everything they've gotten, and that's why this lead is ballooned like it has.
Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point of attack. They're being swarmed. They haven't had the balance.
Palmer walk out here with the dub.
Yeah, this defense should just use their timeouts. Can't take them with you, right? And let's just see. Who knows? Crazier thing.
Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks for the first down. Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back games and probably building a little confidence from that.
And you want it to be a habit. That's what you talk about as a coach week after week. Let's build. Let's create momentum and continue to build on it. And then you look up at the end of the season, you never know where you could be, what dreams you could bring to reality.
At the end of the day, I think good teams find ways to win games. And over these last 2 games, it hasn't always been easy. They've had to overcome some adversity, but at the end of the day, they were able to step up, make the plays necessary, and do that. Very, very impressive.